Hello, I'm Ganu. I hope people are doing well. I teach math and science, and in next few minutes, I will be explaining you the topic, and you will understand how do I teach, what the method I use to teach, and I hope you will like it. And let's start. But before starting, I would like to know what do you like to eat? Menu or pizza? Wow, let's start with the pizza. So here on the screen, you can see there is an image of pizza, and let's add some stuff there. It's kind of a very simple pizza. We add some stuff there. We have put it in eight slides, and let's consider you add like here you are. The, this is you, and you what do you take one slice and you eat, and after that there is your mom who is asking how many slices you have eaten, and you say just one slice, and when she asks like how much pizza you have eaten, then you like get confused what do I say. Then you can use fractions to tell her, and what you can do, like let's consider what is fraction. Fraction is a simple number where there is a bar. It's called the fraction bar, and the we write a number above the fraction bar and a number below the fraction bar, and the number above the fraction bar is called numerator, and the number below the fraction bar is called denominator. And let's consider how can we use fraction in this situation when your mother is asking how much pizza you have eaten, but well, you have eaten eight slices, you haven't eaten whole pizza. Then you can use fraction because fractions helps us to write the numbers of parts in a whole, and we use the same method to do that. And yeah, let's see. Well, what do we do while writing fractions? In the proper fractions, what we do, we count the total number of parts, and this is one whole. And in this whole, we have cut it in eight equal parts. So what we'll do to tell how much part I eaten on, we have what we write. What we write eight at the bottom of this fraction, and you have written one slice, then we'll write one number like one whole at the or at the top, and in this way we can write 1 by 8, and this is the part you have eaten. And let's consider then your sister comes, and what does he do? He takes two slices out of that, and he eats two slices, and then you want your mother again asks how much pizza your sister has eaten, and you say just two slices, and your mother asks like how much pizza, not in slices. Then you do what? You tell him in fractions like age below. We have cut the pizza in eight equal parts. Then we write eight at the bottom, and how much pizza she has eaten. He has eaten two parts, so we'll write two parts at the top, and in this way we can use fraction to represent the number of anything like any part. And now let's consider another situation like your mother asked how much pizza is left there. Then how will you get to know how much pizza is left there? Can you guess? Let me write how much pizza left. She asked. And what do you do? You count all the parts. How many parts are there? These are eight parts. And eight you and your sister has eaten one, two, and three parts. Then how many parts are remaining? One, two, three, four, and five parts are remaining. So what we'll do? We'll write five, and we read it like five divided by eight or five s, and 5 is a numerator here and 8 is a denominator. And in this way we can use fractions in our real life to tell the parts and the number of parts. And do you know like when we have more parts like this was just one pizza, and when there is one whole pizza and some more slices, then what we can do? To understand that, we have to understand first the types of fractions. So we have three types of fractions. First, let's understand them. Let me add heading there, type of fraction. I'm considering like you haven't understood this topic before, and I'll explain from the very basic. So the first type of the fraction is we call it proper fraction, and proper fraction aren't much different. They are the same. Like we what we have studied like this. This was the proper fraction. We have written 1/8, 2/8, and 5/8. These all are proper fractions. Let me define it. How do we say them? Proper fractions means when the numerator's value is lesser than the denominator, then we call it uh, proper fraction. Let me write a fancy explanation. A numerator's value is less than the denominator. And can guess the fractions where numerator is lesser than the denominator? Yeah, let's consider some fractions. For example, there is 2y3. And if you see the upper number, the number at the top is 2, and the number below the fraction bar is 3. So 2 is greater than 3. So we can say that 2 third is a fraction, that is proper fraction. And if we write 6, 9, it is a proper fraction. It is a proper fraction because there is 6 at the top and 9 at the denominator. And we can say is a proper fraction because there is 6 and that is lesser than the 9. And let's consider there is one more fraction, that is 14 by 10. Is this a proper fraction? No, because there is 14 and 14 is more than the 10. So we can say that 14/10 is a proper fraction. So how we can say like what is the type of 14 by 10? 14 by 10, let's understand. That is the next type of fraction, and that is called improper fractions. Let's understand them. Can you make a guess like what would be in this topic? In these type of fractions, the number at the top is more has more value than the number at the bottom. Let's consider an edge below, like the number at the top is called numerator and the number below the fraction bar is called denominator. So here in this type of fraction, improper fraction, the numerator will be greater than denominator, and numerator will be greater than the denominator or equal to the denominator. And this sign we have put here, and this sign is the sign which represents that numerator is bigger, and this sign here tells us that the numerator may be equal to the denominator. And let's see some examples. There is 4 by 4, and here 4 is at the top and 4 is the bottom. So we can say it is a proper fraction, improper fraction, because 4 equals to 4, and in the improper fractions values can be the same. And if we consider there is a um, more number, that is 17 by 8, and that is also a improper fraction because the value of the numerator is greater than the denominator. And if we see one more number like 90 by 20, it is also an improper fraction because 90 is no 90 is lesser. So we can say it's not a improper fraction. Improper fraction. I have made a mistake. Uh, can you tell me any fraction where a numerator is bigger than the denominator? Yeah, like there is 20 by 15th, and if we see there is 20 that is bigger than the 15. So we can say this is an example of improper fraction. And let's see, like when we say 4 by 4, it is right. Like if there was one part, like one whole a part of anything, like there was one pizza and you made four slices in that, and you ate all of them. And then your mother asked, "How much pizza we have eaten?" You say, "Fourth, fourth." Then it's right. But when there is only eight slices, and you said your to your mom, like, you have eaten 17 eighth part of pizza, then how we can consider it? Because we can't eat 17 parts if all there are only eight parts. So let's understand what does it mean by uh, the improper fraction 17, 8, 28, 15. Let's see. So before understanding how what does it mean, we have to understand the next type of fraction, and that is in mixed fraction. And mixed fraction and this improper fraction is a bit similar. Like use uh, they can be interchanged into each other. Let's see. Uh, there is mixed fraction. And can you make a guess? Mixed fractions means what? Mixed fraction is the number which is having a mix of wholes and mix of wholes and fractional numbers. Uh, Whole number. Can you tell me any whole number? Two. Wow. Let's take two. And two is a whole number. And can you tell me a fraction? Two third. Wow. Let's see. Let's consider two third here. And two third is a fraction. And what we have done, we have wrote them combined, like two is there and two third. And it means two plus two third. Okay. And uh, what we can see, like two means two whole. And let's consider in the visual representation. If let's consider there is a party and there are three pizzas in total. And what happens there? The party guys eaten one this whole pizza and this whole pizza. And what happens after that? They have they don't want to eat the whole pizza. What they do? What do they do? They divide this pizza in three equal parts, and they eat just two parts out of this. Okay, and let me share it. Yeah, let's see. There is three pizzas, and what we have done, we have eaten the first one pizza, and we have eaten the first pizza and the second pizza, and in the third pizza we haven't eaten it all. We have eaten just two slices. We have made two slices here, and we have eaten two slices out of that. Like this was the first one, and this the second slice. We have eaten this, and how can we say like how much part we have eaten? Then what we'll do? We will count the total whole. Like there is two whole and total slices. There are uh, but in total there are three slices, but we have just eaten two slices. Then what we'll do? We'll use the same method we have used before. We'll write 3 at the bottom, that is our denominator, and we will write the parts we have eaten. We have eaten two parts of it. So we'll write 2, 2 at the top. And now we can say like in the third pizza we have eaten two third part of the pizza, and this is how we can write it. Like if we have eaten two whole pizzas, and we have eaten two third part of the third pizza, so we can say two and two third part is eaten. Like two wholes and two third part is eaten, so we can say two and two third pizza is eaten. And in this way we can use mixed fractions. And okay, so now we have understood what are the types of fraction. Like first one was proper fractions. Proper fractions means the fraction which has the numerator lesser than the denominator, and improper fractions are the type in which numerator is greater than the denominator or equal to the denominator. And in the third type, we have understood mixed fractions. Mixed fractions means mixed of whole numbers or whole things and fractional number or fractional part. We can say in this image we have taken three pizzas and we have eaten two whole pizzas. So we can say two and two third because we have eaten two third part in the third pizza. And in this way, we can use fractions in our daily life. And I hope you have understood what does fraction mean. Let me revise again. Like fraction can be used to represent or tell the number uh, of any fraction, like any part of the whole. In this example, we have understood this in terms of pizza and what we do. Like we write a fraction bar and we write a number above the fraction bar and we write a number below the fraction bar and the number above the fraction bar is called the numerator and the number below the fraction bar is called the denominator. I hope you have understood it. Let me know what you think about the topic and bye bye.